I know there are some other, Charles, I know everybody wants to hear you.
No, I just wanted to ask you, when you investigated, did it go through that the police force is working for Dan Bissiere as the legislator? Dan Bissiere phoned the police. He told them to give me a ticket to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk. And I turn around, I give 2 tickets, I give 2 a video and a picture of politician jaywalking, and they didn't do anything, therefore setting up a double standard between the rich and the poor. Did you investigate that?
I didn't investigate that in particular. I investigated the investigation on that incident, the one where you were ticketed for not wearing a helmet. And so I
When
know...
Monsieur Bissiere calling the police, telling them to give me a ticket, did you investigate that?
Well, I did see in the file that there had been complaints from Dan Bissiere about your blog and the contents of your blog. So that certainly was part of what I saw when I looked at the files. But it wasn't relevant to this particular review, so I didn't spend any
The
time.
police hunted me down 11 o'clock at night to give me a ticket because they see me ride a bicycle 9 days earlier by Dan Bissiere. That's what started my protest with LeBlanc. You didn't look into that at all?
That's another issue. You know, I wanted to talk to you, Charles, right? I wrote to your lawyer on August 23rd saying, I'd like to meet with Charles. I offered 3 different dates, and he answered saying, Charles has asked me to tell you that he doesn't want to...
Because the city, they want to pay me a lawyer. That's what it is.
So if I had had the opportunity to meet with you, we could have discussed all of the...
Oh, so it would have changed your opinion on the...
I don't know that it would have. There's no way I can tell.
Thank you very much.
I'll make a comment, and then I have, this is a comment on behalf of my council colleagues. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Richard. I think it took somebody that the public could have a lot of faith in, a man who has a reputation of being fair. That's precisely why he was retained to do this. I'm very happy with the report and with the thorough manner in which it was presented. I would also like to say on behalf of council that we accept this report and accept the recommendations, and certainly look forward to Acting Chief Fitch, who will be working with the force to implement those. Let me say on a personal note that we are living in a very different time, and I think as a result of that, regardless of its police or any other part of our organization, that there's an evolutionary process to try and keep up with the times that we are in. And there are many challenges. Not to say that any part of our organization is perfect. However, I would say that we as a council are prepared in the event that there are any criticisms, that we want them dealt with in a public and a very transparent manner. It's not to say that we influence or want to know the outcome prior to going into this. Matter of fact, Mr. LeBlanc and I go back a long ways. I haven't even spoken to him since he was retained. Richard, what did I say?
Get out of here. Leave me alone.
I don't know which one of you I insulted. I'm sorry, Bernie.
Bertie, okay.
Well, I see Chuck there looking over. Anyway, what I'm about to say, and what I meant to say was, you know, despite the fact that Mr. Richard was retained, and him I go back a long ways, I haven't even talked to him, nor has any member of council. When we decided to undertake this process, what we wanted was an investigative report that comes back with recommendations on how we can be better in serving the public interest. That's precisely what we've got. Not sugar-coated. It is what it is. We accept it, and we look forward to moving ahead and being a better organization for it. So, I do have another session to go. We do go back a long ways. I have to call you Bernie. That's what I know you as.
I did call worse.
I know you have. But you know, you bring a lot of credibility to the table. There could have been somebody else sitting up here and people would have left the room and there would have been doubt in people's minds. With you and the reputation that precedes you, I feel that we have dealt with this fairly, and that's all that council has wanted from the outset. And you've delivered, and I appreciate that. We'll be criticized because we spent money. We would have been criticized if we didn't spend money. I certainly take full responsibility on behalf of council to say that this is the right thing to do. We did what we thought we should do. I'm pleased that we've done it, and I'm very pleased with the outcome, and I'm pleased that our chief, who is in an acting position, is taking this in a positive light. And I still stand by our police force 100%, and they will get better. They will learn from this, and they will take it seriously, and I think we as a community will be a much better place for it. So, Mr. Richard, merci, monsieur. Okay?
Stand by.